watching KATU News on Digital.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to today's Digicast. You can see I have Emily Gersh here with me. Thank you so much for joining us, Emily.
You're welcome.
And Emily's working on a story today, so police are looking for two missing siblings. Emily, can you run us through where the investigation is right now?
Sure. So I have the release with me right here. It has pictures of the kids, and we're working on bringing them on your screen. So these are two children that live in Gresham. 10-year-old Alex Lewis and his sister, 12-year-old Alyssa Lewis. They live in the 1200 block of Northwest Wonderview in Gresham. There's a picture of Alyssa right there. She was last seen at H.B. Lee Middle School on Northeast 172nd Avenue. She's described as a black female, approximately 5'6", and weighs 190 pounds. She was last seen wearing a blue NASCAR sweatshirt and matching blue NASCAR sweatpants. Her brother, Alex, is 10 years old. He was last seen at Glenfair Elementary School in the 15300
And
block.
there's a pic of him again,
There
just so
he
you
is.
can see it. So important just to look at these pictures as much as possible, so you know if you do see them.
Yeah, he was last seen at Glenfair Elementary School on Northeast Gleason. This is a 5'4" black male, weighs 100 pounds, last seen wearing a gray and white two-pack shirt and blue jeans. I want to add, though, that Alyssa was reporting missing and endangered in November of last year, Noel, and we reported on that when Gresham told us about that. They were able to find her. They reported that she ran away, and then she was seen at the Multnomah County Library in Gresham later that day. And so what's interesting about this case is, we don't know the terms of why they're missing. We know Alyssa was missing before, but not Alex. We don't know if they're together. We don't know if there's trouble at home, trouble at school, and this time, she took him with her, if that's the case, or they are both missing individually. So a lot of unanswered questions. I reached out to Gresham Police for more info, especially since she has been reported missing before. I also reached out to the school district to see how they are cooperating with police and if they are doing anything on their end to, find out their last whereabouts and where they might be at this time. So I am about ready to head out to Gresham, to the two schools where they were last seen, and then maybe go to the area where they live to see if people are out looking for them and if they can tell us more information, because obviously, this is a parent's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that these kids
Terrifying.
are found, and of course, the news. One of our purposes is to report things like this so that we can help law enforcement find missing and endangered people, especially children. So that's what I'm working on today.
So important. I really hope they make some progress, find them today, hopefully. I want to show you the pictures just one more time, though. Emily, I know you probably have to head out because she's got some reporting to do. You're going to head to Gresham after this, you said?
Yep.
All right. Well, Emily, thank you so much. And then this is Alyssa Lewis right here. And then this is Alexander Lewis. I'm about to show him. So that is Alexander Lewis right there.
Yeah, again, if we have any Gresham listeners watching, Alex was last seen at Glenfair Elementary School. Alyssa was last seen at H.B. Lee Middle School. They live in the 1200 block of Northwest Wonderview Drive. So those are three locations right there. If you're familiar with, you might be able to make some calls and see if you can find out anything. And of course, feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah, for sure. If you have any information, please reach out to us, reach out to police. I know they say no tip is too small. Like any information helps with that.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for joining us, Emily. I know you have to head to Gresham. So yeah, keep us updated on this story for sure. Check her Twitter, check everything. My next story that I want to talk about this morning, let me pull up an image here so you can see and get an idea. There was an officer involved shooting this morning. So this happened on the 2700 block of Northeast 137th Avenue. There was an encounter between a man and officers. A man was shot and injured by Portland police as they were serving a search warrant. The man was transported to the hospital. He is expected. We don't have any information too much right now on his condition, but we'll be following this story all day for you. We're getting information just coming in from police, kind of coming in a little bit at once, but definitely something that we are paying attention to. Next story I want to talk about, this is something that we have been covering for since the beginning of this year, actually. Shelby Slaughter has been forward on this story. So the Oregon Senate Human Services Committee, they're holding a hearing today. They're going to discuss Mount Hood Senior Living. And that's the facility that we've been reporting on it for quite some time. It shut its doors last year after a resident, Ki Soon-hyun, died in their custody. And residents were only given hours of notice. So they had to figure out plans, move all the residents out. I know their family members were not very happy with that. And the family members of that resident who died, they're going to be testifying today. Shelby Slaughter's down there. She actually sent me a picture, so I want to pull this up for you guys. You can see it right there. That is in the Senate hearing. Shelby is sitting through that, so she will be giving us any updates, anything that comes out of this. And then, yeah, be sure to be tuned in for her story. That's going to be tonight at 4, 5, and 6. And this is another story that is making headlines. So the Campbell Soup Company, they announced they're shutting down their plant in Tualatin and laying off all 330 workers. In a notice to the state and mayor, Campbell said it's going to close the facility by July 26th of 2020, or July 26th of 2026, so double 26. That closure is going to happen in 3 different phases. So the first phase is set to happen by August 2nd of this year. That is when 120 employees are going to be laid off. And it's just sad to hear this because Nike, they just announced they were having layoffs. Never good to hear, and they're just kind of going across all the country. Tech has been having layoffs as well, so really is not good to see that. But I'm going to show you something that is good to see over here. I want to show you the Oregon coast. So let's go ahead and take a live look from the Oregon coast. Here we go. All right. There we go. It's a beautiful sight out there. But there are some issues popping up on the coast. So an update on a story we've been bringing you a few times here on Digicast. Birds washing up covered in oil on the Oregon coast. I do want to give you some good news, though. One of those birds is okay. They were released back into the wild. So I do want to show you a photo of this bird over here. Or actually, we have some video of the bird. There we go. Yeah, you can see that he is back out there. He was cleaned. He's looking good. Happy to see that. But yeah, the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality, they say that they are still trying to figure out what is causing this tar and oil to pop up. It's still under investigation. But DEQ does think that some other birds are going to be released in the coming days. So that is some good news over there. And speaking of the coast, it's getting nicer out, so a lot of people may be, going to swim. So let's bring in Sarah Bagby now with our weather. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us.
Yay, are we going swimming?
I wish we were. That would be fun.
When you look outside today, I don't know if you want to go swimming.
Yeah,
Maybe
not
indoors.
today, not
Maybe
today.
Indoors. Well, today was a little bit rainy. We all woke up to rain this morning, and that actually meant a few traffic accidents, too. I'm going to add that since I covered traffic. We had so many crashes this morning. So many. I mean, it is common to have with that first rain in a while, it's a little oilier and slicker. But, man, I did not like this morning. It kept me busy. But here's our forecast for us. After today, we are going to warm things up and see a lot more sunshine. Now, today we're only getting up to 66, but that's still not far from 70, so it's not cold out there. And we're looking at 72 tomorrow and then just keep warming it up for the weekend. Now, the one time that I'm concerned about would be Saturday. That's the next Timbers game. And we do have a chance of showers. We were kind of hoping we wouldn't have those, but we do. And then we have that rain sticking with us into Sunday. It's looking like, could it be Saturday night or Sunday? That may change.
Oh my gosh, Sarah, we just all want that nice weather to come back, but hopefully for the Timbers game, this is going to be good. All right, Sarah, this is your wheelhouse. I know we want to show people this accident that's happening over in Wilsonville. Yeah,
cool.
so
Are we able to bring it up, though?
ODOT has some great cameras, so let's try to find the ODOT, but you're on traffic.
It's
so
I-5. So if you click on that cam one, then go down.
You know what, Sarah? I'm just going to let the traffic anchor cover
we'll
the
see
traffic.
if it works, though, because we have been having some issues with this. You have to do that, and then bam. So, yeah, it's not popping up.
No, we got it. Yeah. Oh, no, we are
Isn't
having
that
some
crazy?
issues
Okay,
there.
I'll just tell you, you don't want to see this anyway.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It has been stopped traffic on I-5 southbound in Wilsonville for
6 hours now.
Yep, 6 hours. They have one lane open now. The left lane is open, thank goodness. Because imagine, we're talking since 6 in the morning, people have been sitting in their cars.
That is so long.
Yeah. And so then I called Don Hamilton at ODOT, and they're not really allowed to divulge all the details. They gave me as much as they could. He was so helpful. But he basically said when we're sitting around that long, it's usually because there's a serious injury or it could be fatal. So we know that someone was either hurt or died from this crash, and that's why it's going so slow. And the other thing about it is northbound is also slow because they needed those lanes to clear it. So now it's moving fine northbound, southbound still slow.
So for everybody exiting then, yeah, that would make sense.
Unfortunate.
But just not a good way to start the morning. And especially there were so many other crashes in the area.
Yeah, so that just tells you need to take it carefully, especially during the summer months and spring months when it's really warm and then you have those spring showers. Those are more slick than, in the fall when we're used to the rain.
Yeah, because I know the oil comes up.
Exactly, off
And
the concrete.
speaking of some summer weather, summer is the time for, all the fairs, festivals, and the Rose Festival. So we do know who the Grand Marshal is going to be for the Rose Festival. I'm going to show you a photo of him right here. He is a teacher, a band teacher actually. Nope, not...
Maybe
Here we go. Here we go. Grand Marshal. There we go.
Oh, cool.
So he is a band teacher over in Battleground. He is apparently a Rose Festival legend, Greg McKelvey, longtime band director, and his time though is coming to an end over at Battleground. He is hanging up his baton, Sarah, after 28 years at the district.
Goodness, he looks young to me.
I know,
I'm
he looks
surprised.
great, yeah.
To even be a Grand Marshal, let alone retiring. Wow.
And yeah, this honor is for decades of dedication to music education for his students. He led the Battleground High School marching band during many of their successful seasons. Nice. Very exciting. We love the Rose Festival. We just love any kind of festival.
It always goes to someone really special, so that sounds like a well-deserved one.
Yeah, 100%. And today is May 29th, and this is a very interesting story because there's no other kind of story like this. You have to run it on May 29th, and I'll tell you why. All right, so this is coming out of Salem. OK Barbershop on Salem State Street is one of Oregon's oldest. It's about 120 years old. Shop walls are packed with old photos and mementos. So let's get this up here. All right, yeah, that's the barber shop.
Old-fashioned.
That is, yeah, it has the spinny thing in the front. This photo, though, can only be taken on May 29th, 2024, because he found a calendar, the same one from 100 years ago today. Yeah, you can see May 29th. Wow. So they're going to recreate that right there, which is so cool.
It's been on the wall all of these years.
Yeah. And I need to point out the Yankees flags over there because I'm from the Bronx, huge Yankees fan. But very cool. Wesley actually spoke to them, so let's take a listen.
It's 100 years old in the same place, in the same shop.
If it was electronic, it would have been history a long time ago. And then the calendar, how that managed to stay here, or the mirror, I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised it stayed intact for 100 years, but that is great to see. So cool. Wesley's going to have the full story. That'll be tonight at 6, actually. So, yeah, be sure to stay tuned.
I just love that shop. I bet so many people go there. And they should give free haircuts to people whose birthday are May 29th.
I bet you it's a fun time in that barber shop, too. Yeah, looks like a good time. Maybe I'll have to check it out and get a picture with the May 29th calendar.
Right, they're famous now.
And a Yankee sign. That's
cool.
I love that. Shout out. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with some more Digicast, so everybody have a great day.
This has been a KATU News Digicast. KATU News is on your side.